What's happening YouTube? It's your man, your brother, Mulo Motivation Reactions. So we got part 4 to the Courtship of Rivals. I'm loving this documentary so far. We're gonna hit the fourth part today. So if you're coming to the channel for the first time, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the comments I've been getting on the videos. Give me some time, I'll get back to everybody. If you have any videos you want me to react to, make sure to let me know and I'll do it. But other than that, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for videos. I post any given day at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? Certain weeks maybe every day. Certain weeks maybe 3 times. But just know that it's always 5 p.m. Eastern time. But anyways, let's get it on. Let's get it.
This guy grew up in southern Indiana. Southern Indiana, the home, by the way, of the modern Ku Klux Klan. How he managed not to be affected by the cultural milieu that he grew up in is, I think, a miracle. To me, it's inexplicable.
When I was in about 6th or 7th grade, I couldn't wait till school would be over because I knew over on the courts, the waiters from the hotel would be over there. They were black, older, and they let me play. You know, I always looked at that as I got an opportunity to play against a black man, and they treated me good. I couldn't wait to play against the best, and at that time, they were the best.
And in 1987, as Bird vied with Magic to be the best, the flap over Isaiah Thomas's racially fueled remarks forced Bird to address his least favorite topic at the worst possible time.
I had to go to a press conference when I was in LA trying to get ready to play the Lakers and tell people I didn't care, this don't bother me.
The main thing is if the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us.
From playing all year, trying to get back to the finals and play against Magic, this was a distraction.
Bird was facing off against Magic for the third time in 4 years.
Wow.
And if their relationship had softened,
Golly,
the
man.
determination to beat each other had
Like the only thing I wish for, I've been getting a lot of comments about Jordan didn't beat Bird, and you know, the toughest thing about making these comparisons is none of these players played at the same points at the same times. We don't know what. We can only assume and dream, and it's very tough. You know what I mean? Very, very tough. The one wish I have is if every player on the top 10 list played in the same era and see what happens. But yeah, that's what I have to say to that. I've been getting a lot of comments about that. But they, for sure, just dominated their respective generation of basketball. 100%.
As Game 4 proved, the level of competition between them was higher than ever.
Bird played awesome down the stretch of that game.
Trailing 2-1 in the series, the Celtics were down by 1 point in the final minute of the game. But Larry Bird wouldn't be easily vanquished.
Open his aim. Bird goes for three.
Wow.
With 7 seconds left, though, the Lakers still had life. 3 years earlier in the '84 finals, Magic had flubbed a similar situation. But this was a different Magic. One with a whole new bag of tricks.
My man switched to Kareem.
Oh, this hook, I know this one.
As soon as I saw Kevin, I said, oh.
The hesitation.
You know, Magic puts it on the floor, a couple head and shoulder fakes.
Damn.
He raised up in the air, and there was nobody that was going to get that shot.
Damn.
I remember after they called timeout thinking, there's still a shot here.
It's crazy. But when I look at the teams too, man, Magic, Kareem, Worthy, that's a stacked freaking team, man. That's a stacked team. You know what I'm saying? That's a stacked team. And you look on the Bird side, McHale. I don't really know all the players on the Boston side, but anyway, Bird, McHale, and I think 2 other Hall of Famers on this team. Those are stacked teams, man. Those are stacked teams. So when people always debate, you gotta look at the teammates these guys have as well. how much they had to do with what they had. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's carry on.
Celtics may still win this game.
Let's stack teams.
Well, they set up a great play. Bird walked Worthy all the way up, forced the denial all the way up. We've done it before. Clear everybody out, go to the ball, break to the corner. He caught it here, and as he caught it, all he had to do was turn it. He just turned, and he just let this thing go.
Bird fires it.
Got a wide open look, couldn't believe it.
And I'm standing right there. It is straight as an arrow.
Dead on.
Oh my god, I thought he made that. Whoa,
Cut
god.
Right on line. He looked at me like, how did you ever leave me that wide open? You gotta be kidding me.
Wow. So he is lucky he missed that.
Whole series.
The Lakers won the series in 6.
Wow.
In the aftermath of a year in which Magic had won his first MVP, the rivalry suddenly took on a new tone.
Magic's just a great
Wow.
basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
I was shocked that he said it, because I thought to myself, maybe this is the beginning of a new era that's not going to include him. It was the passing of the torch a little bit.
Wow.
After vanquishing Bird in '87, Magic wasn't done winning. The following year, he squared off in the finals against his good friend Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons, beating them to become the NBA's first repeat champions in 2 decades.
Wow.
By the dawn of the 90s, he'd won 5 titles, played in 8 finals, and equaled Bird's MVP tally of 3. But the more Magic won, the less Irvin seemed to be around to reap the spoils.
Once I tasted the champagne and the championship, I wanted more of that and more of that. So Magic kept growing because we were successful. And the persona and all of that came with that.
Wow.
The Prince of LA was now the king. And in Hollywood, being royalty had its perks.
What was Irvin Johnson's vice? Now you know my publicist wants me to say winning,
Nope, it was
but
women.
women loved Irvin.
Oh, it was definitely
Back
women
then,
for sure.
before voicemail, they used to have these mail slots in the hotels where you leave your key. And
That's
what do we
every
do?
man's weakness, a woman. Every man's weakness. Alright, but the strong ones know how to sort of. But anyway, let's carry on.
Get into a town, Irvin's mail slot would be so packed, and it would be just Susan and a phone number, Linda and a phone number, Joyce and a phone number. I mean, that was every city, every time.
I was on top of my game as Magic, so I needed all that around me at that time. The women, the this, the that, Hollywood.
Magic was living in a context of sybaritic excess from the minute he walked in the door, and he developed a sweet tooth.
Sex with several women at the same time.
Yeah. Like I said, women have different fantasies. Some want to be with 2 or 3 at a time. You know, one time I had 6 at one time. That's just...
I really do believe he looks upon Magic Johnson as a movie character he played. I think Irvin got overwhelmed in LA by what it meant to be a star.
That's probably true that the Magic ego swallowed Irvin a little bit, but that's okay because I couldn't win 5 championships without that.
Through all of this haze of women and
The
money,
total opposite of Larry,
he
man.
still
The
kept
total
basketball
opposite of Larry
number
Bird.
one. He never seemed to lose that focus.
Larry had 2 jobs in his last 7 years of playing. It was playing basketball, and then it was him being committed to taking care of his back.
He had first heard it in
That's so
1985, built
Too
in the
bad, man.
driveway at his mom's house back in French Lick.
Larry decides to do it himself. This is Larry Bird, the superstar, out there breaking his back, literally shoveling gravel. And that was the beginning of a process.
I would see him on TV laying down,
That
and
sucks,
then they
man.
told me that he had to lay down on planes, different things like that. I was like, wow.
As Magic soared through the prime of his career, Bird was breaking down. His deteriorating back and punishing
Injuries
style of
suck,
play
man. Injuries suck. That's why, like, when people compare all-time greats, right, and you always use longevity to validate why someone's better, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Everybody is saying LeBron's the best player. Like, shut up. He's not. He played longer than everyone. That's why he's gonna break every record. Like, longevity is a big thing, but people put too much emphasis on it. Injuries happen to every human being, right? If you're special and you don't get injured, obviously you're gonna break every record. You know what I mean? And I hate comparing players then to players now. It's tough to do, and especially players of different positions. Like, you're gonna compare a player. First of all, understand eras are different, understand positions are different, and understand opportunities are different too. Because someone like LeBron went to the finals 10 times, all super teams, and won 4 times. Larry Bird may have been in 6 finals or 5 finals and won 3 times. So why are you gonna say LeBron is better? Because it's in the finals more, right? But it lost more though, had more opportunities. So imagine if each of those guys had 10 opportunities, how much more rings they would have. You know what I mean? So people gotta be careful when they make debates, because there's no context anymore. People just look at stats and longevity. All right, it's kind of not a smart way to argue.
From 88 to 92, it was painful to watch. It was painful to cover. Larry is quite ornery when he's not feeling well, which means he was ornery for those next 4 years.
He could manage the pain in a way that very few people can do. There'd be days he could come in the office and he couldn't stand up straight.
Wow.
But even after 2 ruptured Achilles tendons and surgery on his back in 1991, Bird kept going to work.
Wow.
Product of a lesson learned many years before.
1991, you were still
the
playing?
swollen ankle of a man long since gone.
Damn.
Well, we don't know if it broke or not, but it looked broke to me. Had to go to work and he had to get his boot on, and it took everything I had to help him get that boot on his foot. And he stood up limping. He said, well, I'll see you this weekend, because he was working construction at the time. And I was pretty amazed how he could fight through that all week and come home on the weekend. He was black and swollen.
Damn.
He'd sit around on the weekend and put that boot on and go again. If you get paid to go to work, you got to go to work.
It was a situation.
I love that mindset. Let me know what you guys think about load management. If you're not aware of what that is, the NBA has it now for some reason. Players take games off. Yeah, I know. They get paid $10 million a year or whatever amount they get paid, far more than they were getting paid. But some games to sit off. So imagine being a fan, paying lots of money for tickets to go there, and the player you wanted to see play is sitting off because of load management. That's how soft the game is now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, he said there, you paid, so play. Alright, this guy could have sat off. He had a good excuse, actually, his back. Right? Players now sprain their ankles and they take weeks off. Like, that's why I feel like, that's why it's an insult to compare. You know what I mean? Because the players now, sure, they may have more talent, but without heart and discipline to their craft, what is it? Anyway, I'm talking too much.
Daily, he had lost the structural stability in his spine, so it would slip into abnormal positions to try and lock itself to get an artificial stability. That's like getting your finger stuck in a door and somebody's still pushing on the door. So what we had to do was unlock his spine, realign it, do techniques that would hold that for 4 hours, 6 hours, that type of thing, and then he'd go play basketball.
Oh my God.
Every time I would play, I was wondering if I was going to be in a wheelchair, or was I ever going to be able to, walk on the beach or hold my kids.
His pain and his quest for basketball became all-encompassing. Very few people really knew what Larry was living with.
That sucks,
This
man.
was Larry's issue, and there was no sharing of his pain.
He kept quiet about
I
it.
should have retired. 88, 89. But it's that competition. Maybe one more chance, maybe Magic get together in the finals. But it never happened.
Injuries,
Sleeping,
man.
really, laying down, just waiting on the game, and phone rings, and the voice says, "Hey, you gotta come back to LA." And I said, "Okay, why?" "Well, I can't tell you until you get to LA." So I said, "Okay."
2 hours later, he was in the office of Lakers team physician Michael Melman.
Dr. Melman, he starts to tell me that, through the physical that I took, that they discovered that I had HIV.
Oh my God. Damn.
First time ever in my life. I'm such a control freak, right? Do things the right way. I'm out of control. Oh, it was everything. How is it possible? What happened? How did it happen to me? My mind is racing, and then you're just devastated.
Further complicating things, Magic had gotten married just 2 months earlier, and he feared the worst for his new bride, Cookie, who was pregnant with their first child.
I don't know what's going to happen with my wife and my baby. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't have control of the situation, and I was lost just for that next 2 or 3 weeks.
And after Magic learned neither his wife nor his unborn child were infected, he began revealing the news to his inner circle.
The phone rang, and it was Magic's agent, Lon Rosen. And he said, "Irvin's looking for you, call him." And I said, "I'll call him when I get to Paramount." And he says, "Call him now." I said, "Lon, I'll call him when I get to Paramount. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And he said, "You gotta call him now. Irvin's HIV positive." I remember I was sitting on the bed. I remember standing up at that point. And I said, "How is that possible?"
Wow.
I'm thinking Irvin's gonna get skinny and die. I mean, literally, that's what I thought. Irvin's gonna get skinny and die.
The first person I thought of was Larry. I wonder what Larry thinks.
The day that I heard about Magic, it just sort of changed my love for basketball. It shook me up. You get that feeling. By saying,
Why? How can I talk to him? I need to speak to him. It was just really important for Larry to talk to him.
Sort of, I don't know. I want to hear it from him. Probably didn't believe it.
Called me, we're talking, it's just, "How you doing? I heard about it, and you can almost hear both of us with some tears in our eyes." And I'm choked up because he did call me, and when something happens, to you, and then you find out who really your friends are.
Man, this is deep.
Care about you. You figure all those battles, all those things we had to go through as warriors, as competitors, and as men. And here this man says, "Hey, you know what, man, you're okay." And so that was the greatest moment for me too, to have him check on me. And to make sure I was okay.
Wow. we're gonna end
First
it
of all,
here. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Man, there's some deep stuff here. But one of the things that's hidden me with what you said there, when certain things happen in your life and you need people around you to support, you realize how many people are actually in your corner and how many people actually support you. You know what I mean? That part right there made me just like think about a lot of things. But anyway, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Like I said before, we're gonna do part 5 a week from this one that when I post it. If you have any video suggestions for me to do, I will do it. Just make sure to comment it down below and I'll shout you out at the beginning of the video. But other than that, like always, get better every day, optimize yourself. See you next video.